Have you ever stopped to ponder the sheer power and impact of natural disasters? How they can alter the course of history, shape landscapes, and transform lives in a matter of hours? Today we delve into one such event, a hurricane that etched its name into the annals of natural disaster history, Hurricane Katrina. Our story begins in late August 2005 over the warm waters of the Atlantic. A tropical depression forms, the 12th of the season. The warm waters fuel the storm and soon it spirals into a hurricane, its name Katrina. As Katrina moves over the warm waters of the Gulf, it intensifies. Hurricanes, you see, gain their power from warm ocean waters. The heat and moisture from the water rise up to meet the cooler air, creating thunderstorms. These storms begin to rotate with the Earth's spin, and if the conditions are just right, a hurricane is born. Katrina was more than just right, she was a perfect storm. Fueled by the unusually warm waters of the Gulf, she quickly escalated from a Category 3 to a staggering Category 5 hurricane. The highest possible rating on the Saffir-Simpson scale, a Category 5 hurricane boasts winds in excess of 157 miles per hour. Fear gripped the hearts of those along the Gulf Coast as news of Katrina's intensification spread. Evacuation orders were issued, homes were boarded up, and emergency supplies were gathered. The Gulf Coast braced for impact as Katrina reached her peak, unaware of the devastation that was to follow. Katrina continues her journey, growing in strength and size. By August 29th, she makes landfall near Buras-Triumph, Louisiana, as a Category 3 hurricane. The storm surge breaches the levees of New Orleans, and the city is inundated. Over 80% of New Orleans is submerged in water, homes are destroyed, and lives are upended. As Katrina rages on, there is a moment of deceptive tranquility. The eye of the storm is eerily calm. This is the center of a hurricane, a circular area of relative peace surrounded by the hurricane's ferocious spiral bands. The sky may clear, and winds temporarily lighten. For New Orleans, this is the chilling silence before the onslaught. The city's last moments of peace are spent in anxious anticipation. People hold their breath, waiting, knowing what is to come but powerless to prevent it. The city holds its breath as the eye of the storm approaches, a portent of the devastation yet to be unleashed. The aftermath is just as devastating. Immediate responses are hampered by severe infrastructure damage. Hospitals are overwhelmed, and the Superdome, a refuge for those who could not evacuate, turns into a nightmare. The death toll rises, and the city is in chaos. In the following weeks, the waters recede, revealing the true extent of the damage. Over 1,000 lives lost, millions displaced, and billions of dollars in damage. The recovery process is slow, painful, and fraught with controversy. In the wake of the storm, rescue efforts begin. The U.S. Coast Guard, along with countless other organizations and volunteers, spring into action. The city becomes a testament to heroism and bravery as people risk their lives to save their neighbors. Desperate calls for help echo through the waterlogged streets, and boats replace cars as the primary mode of transportation. The struggle to reach those trapped by the floodwaters is immense, as conventional means of rescue are rendered useless. Despite the chaos, there are glimmers of hope and humanity. Amidst the wreckage, the spirit of New Orleans shines through, proving that even in the darkest of times, the city's heart continues to beat. In the years that follow, the impacts of Katrina continue to be felt. The storm reshaped the city's demographics, and the rebuilding process led to significant gentrification. Despite the immense hardship and loss, the spirit of New Orleans remains strong, a testament to the resilience of its people. Once the waters recede, the long process of rebuilding begins. The city of New Orleans, devastated by the storm, faces the monumental task of rising from the ashes. The challenges are immense, restoring infrastructure, providing housing, and reviving the economy. Yet the government, private sector, and the people themselves rally together, demonstrating a resilience that is nothing short of inspiring. The spirit of New Orleans, like its jazz, remains unbroken. Its people, despite their losses, are determined to rebuild their city, to bring back the vibrancy and the vitality that has always defined it. The city may be broken, but its spirit is not. To summarize, we've journeyed through the birth, life, and aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. We've explored the conditions that led to its formation, the devastation it wrought upon landfall, and the long-lasting impacts on the city of New Orleans and its people. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of nature, the importance of preparedness, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Remember, natural disasters do not discriminate. They can affect anyone, anywhere. Understanding them is not only crucial for our survival but also for building a more resilient future. After all, the next Hurricane Katrina could be just over the horizon. In the wake of Hurricane Katrina, we were forced to confront some harsh realities. Katrina was a wake-up call for many, a stark reminder of the power of nature and our responsibility to respect it. We learned the importance of advanced planning and preparedness, of robust infrastructure and efficient communication systems. Changes were made in disaster response strategies with more emphasis on early warning systems and evacuation plans. However, the struggle continues as we face the increasing threat of climate change, which is predicted to intensify the frequency and severity of such natural disasters. As we remember Katrina, let's not forget the lessons it taught us. Let's work together to build a future that is not just about surviving the storm, but also about thriving in its aftermath.
At Far Life, we're not just about knowing more, we're about understanding better. So partake in this intellectual feast and let's collectively satiate our curiosity. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Take that step today. Subscribe to Far Life. Here we don't just live life, we explore it.